On the March 4th episode of AEW Dynamite, we got one of the biggest surprises of the year when Jake the Snake Roberts showed up and confronted Cody. It was an awesome moment made that much better when Jake cut that sick promo on Cody saying he's not going to kiss his ass and that he has a client coming to get him. Now, there's been so many rumors going around AEW lately that it's almost impossible to keep up with all of them, but we know that there's a few names who are confirmed or rumored to debut. Now, whoever is revealed as Jake's client is going to be in a huge spot going up against Cody, but who exactly is his client going to be? So far, we know that there are some names either rumored or confirmed to be showing up on AEW in the near future, but could it be one of them? The first one is, of course, Lance Archer, who was already confirmed by the company, was expected to debut last week, but didn't. So now, could he be Jake's client? I don't think it is going to be Archer though, because since he was expected to debut last week, and of course Jake the Snake's arrival wasn't something they came up with at the last minute, it just doesn't really add up to me as far as the timing, and I don't think it's going to be Archer, but it's still entirely possible that it is. When I consider Archer as the client, it does excite me, and I think I would really enjoy it, especially a feud against Cody, but I don't think it's going to be him because I think AEW is really looking for an element of surprise here, and that brings me to the next guy who's rumored to debut in AEW very soon, and that's Brody Lee, formerly known as Luke Harper. Now, Luke Harper, as of right now, is a rumor. I know there's a lot of reports about it, but nothing's confirmed until AEW says it, so I can't assume that he's definitely going to show up. It's entirely possible I record this and he shows up somewhere else and never in AEW, so you just don't know. But the chances are he does show up in AEW. I think Brody Lee would be a great fit as Jake's client, as well as I think Archer would be, and I think both of them would absolutely seize the opportunity. But to me, it just takes the element of surprise out of it a little bit, and I also think Brody Lee is going to be better off on his own. To me, when I look at him, he's a loose cannon, a crazy character who's going to do whatever he wants and not listen to anybody. So to have Jake the Snake in his ear doing what he tells him to, it just sounds a little bit weird to me. And I know what you're thinking. He was a part of Bray Wyatt's cult, the Wyatt family, and for a while it worked really well. So I definitely think it could work, but still, I think this is the time for Brody Lee to be on his own and break out as a singles competitor just completely on his own. Like, I just really want to see Brody Lee as a singles wrestler fighting against all the best talent on the roster, because I think he can go with all of them in the ring and offers that unique combination of size and athleticism, deceptive athleticism, that's going to steal a lot of shows, and I think we're all ready for that, and I think that's what AEW probably wants from him, and I think that's probably what he wants to do too. So again, while I think Brody Lee and Lance Archer would be a great fit as Jake's client, I don't think it's actually going to be them. I think it's going to be someone else. Now, there is one more name rumored to show up in AEW in the near future, and this rumor has been shot down, brought back again, and then some. So who knows if he's actually going to show up, but he would be my pick to be Jake the Snake's client, and that's Brian Cage. If you don't know who Brian Cage is, he's an absolute monster who's about as jacked as anyone I could think of in wrestling, but he's almost athletic as some cruiserweights, and he's really phenomenal in the ring. It's really special to watch when you consider how good he is for someone his size and the wide range of moves he can do. He's also very accomplished, having success in the indies, overseas, and in Impact as their heavyweight champion. So he's ready to go. He's not someone who needs time to develop or even really needs the Jake the Snake rub, but I think it's a great fit. And if you already know who Brian Cage is, you don't really need me to explain it. But I think he's the perfect guy to come destroy Cody, have a big time feud, and become a star in AEW. Even though I mentioned that he is kind of rumored to show up in AEW, his debut isn't talked about like other guys are speculated, so he's kind of on the back burner while everyone's thinking about when these two are going to show up, and now that adds an element of surprise in my opinion. And I also think he's a great fit for this because I'm sure if he does sign with AEW, the officials are definitely going to be very high on him and see him as a future star because of the things I mentioned, and want to skyrocket him and push him as at least a contender to the championship. Cage is seriously good, and he absolutely deserves to be at the top of any card in any promotion he is, and I'm definitely confident that that's where he's going to be if he does show up in AEW. So when Jake the Snake's client is revealed, I hope that it's the machine, Brian Cage. But that's enough of what I think. Let me know in the comment section who you would like to see as Jake the Snake's client and who you think it's going to be. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're looking for more wrestling related content. I have tons more planned on the way. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at NoCellTV and on Instagram, NoCell Wrestling. This is No Cell Wrestling, and thank you for watching.